Hello and welcome back to Crypto Saving Experts, where we talk about the latest cryptocurrency news. Today we are taking a look at what is going on with Binance and the SEC. We're taking a look at what is going on with Twitter. And we've got a huge a bunch of news stories there today as well. So make sure to stay tuned. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell notification button. Today we are looking at the price of Bitcoin sat at $26,620, down ever so slightly in the last 24 hours. Ethereum is up slightly, 0.4% to $1,597 there as well. So we're seeing little fluctuations in the prices at the moment. For the biggest gainers of the last 24 hours, we've got FTX's token up 8%. Now, I believe this is probably because we're seeing FTX reclaiming a lot of funds that SBF and the former executives were donating to different organizations. We are also seeing Zilliqa up 7.5%, Luna Classic up 7.3%, still nowhere near as high as what it was, and Curve DAO up 4.5% as well. And now we've got some losses here. Elrond was in the biggest gainers yesterday. Now in the biggest losers, down 2.77%, and we've got Atom down slightly and Binary X down 13.8% there. So let's take a look at what's going on with the cryptocurrency news this morning. I'm in light mode today and I don't know how I feel about it. Let me know in the chat if you use the light mode or dark mode when you use the Crypto Saving Expert website. I always use dark mode, but I changed it for a video, and I don't know. It's quite nice, I think. Quite a nice contrast to the frame of the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let's take a look at this first story here. Binance entities and CZ filed to have cases dismissed. So Binance and its CEO and CZ and Binance US have filed to have the cases brought against them by the SEC dismissed. Now, they are saying that the SEC are regulating the cryptocurrency space when, all in all, they shouldn't be at all. So we can see here the filing during motion to dismiss complaint by Binance Holdings Limited was submitted to the District Court of Columbia. So the SEC recently brought several enforcement actions, including this action, premised on its new position that virtually all crypto assets and virtually all crypto asset transactions are securities. In the filings, Binance argues the SEC appears to have taken the responsibility of regulating cryptocurrency, despite it having yet to be delegated the task officially. So what we're seeing here, this is something we used to explain like every single day on the channel, and I've stopped doing it for a while because I thought you were all sick of hearing it, but I think it's now time we should explain this again very quickly. To determine whether an asset is a security or a commodity, we use this test called the Howey test. Now, why is it important whether an asset is a security or a commodity? Well, if it's a security, it's regulated by the SEC, and if it's a commodity, it's regulated by the CFTC. So we use this test, and it's kind of like some guidelines to determine which category it falls into, and therefore which regulator should regulate the asset. And when we talk about regulation, we're talking about making sure the transactions are operating as they should. If you are creating a security, you need to register that with the SEC and follow all of their guidelines. And if you are a commodity, then you're looking at the rules created by the CFTC. Now, to determine whether an asset is a security or a commodity, we use the Howey test, as I said. Now, the Howey test is a list of 4 rules, and if your asset meets all 4 of those conditions, then you are a security. If it doesn't, then it is a commodity. The problem that we see here with the cryptocurrency space, the Howey test has worked perfectly for the last 60 years. The Howey test was created in 1946, but since cryptocurrency has been created, there's been a few issues here. Now, it turns out that the Howey test doesn't really fit onto the digital asset space, and there are some clauses in there which are pretty subjective when it comes to digital assets and cryptocurrencies. Now, the SEC, the regulators of securities, are saying, look, these are all securities, we need to regulate them all, we're going to take on that task. Now, the cryptocurrency space is saying, hold up, no, because some of these arguments are subjective, and we would say otherwise. We would say they're not securities, so we're not going to register ourselves with you, the securities regulator. Instead, we don't believe that's true, so we're not going to go through that extra effort. Now, we're seeing this huge debate go on. It's continued to go on for years now. We have recently see the SEC say that all cryptocurrencies except Bitcoin are securities. And we've seen the SEC target many different cryptocurrency projects, whether that be altcoin projects or centralized exchanges or stablecoin issuers, any of the above, any company related to cryptocurrency has been targeted by the SEC so far. And now Binance is stepping back and saying, we want to dismiss this lawsuit because you should not be regulating us in the cryptocurrency space. We do not believe these cryptocurrencies are securities deemed by the Howey test, and therefore you should not be you can't file these cases against us. Now, the solution to this would be that the SEC and the regulators in the US come up with some guidelines that help determine what kind of asset cryptocurrencies are, specifically for the digital asset world. This is something the cryptocurrency space has been crying out for, and something the SEC has continued to ignore. So these are the problems that we're seeing right now in the cryptocurrency space in a nutshell. So what we are seeing here is, critically, none of those proposals would confer sole regulation jurisdiction over the crypto industry in the SEC. Despite this, the SEC now seeks to expand its authority and filed this lawsuit, asserting claims against Binance Holdings Limited and CZ, amongst others, the filing stated. So we're saying here, these are the problems that are happening. Binance is saying, you have no right to regulate us and try and charge us in this way because you aren't regulators of cryptocurrency. Another debate that we are continuing to have in the space. Let's check in with the chat quickly. Jason Smith says, light mode seems to add visual clarity when reading for me anyway. Yeah, I agree. And I think because the frame we've got on the YouTube channel is dark, it's quite nice to have it light. So I think we might be sticking with this. Not usually. Every other website I like dark mode, but I think for this one, we're going to keep it light mode for now. BetaBot says, I think they should bring to the court that the SEC can no longer regulate the crypto since they keep abusing the law to sue different businesses. Well, this is what we're seeing here right now, and we have actually seen this is basically the foundation of what's been going on with XRP and Ripple as well. So SEC have been in a lawsuit with Ripple, the creators and issuers of XRP, since December 2020, and this was all on the basis that Ripple did not believe XRP was a security, and the SEC did. Now, we've seen a court case recently within the last month or so where the courts ruled in favour of XRP and said in 3 or 4 instances it is not a security. So we've seen a massive win there for the cryptocurrency space. We are continuing to see wins elsewhere. We did see Grayscale win their lawsuit against the SEC recently as well. So hopefully this win streak continues and we see the SEC get pushed away from cryptocurrency and we get some better regulation in the US. I think a lot of people think that people in cryptocurrency don't want regulation, and I don't believe that is true. I think a lot of us want regulation. We just want that regulation to be clear, concise, and allow us to grow. But what we have right now is no clarity on the regulation. It's very unclear to see how the SEC are determining whether an asset is a security or not, and that is leading to all of these problems. Now, how that's leading to Binance US is that the SEC is saying Binance is operating as an unregistered securities exchange because Binance lists cryptocurrencies on their exchange, essentially. So these are the problems that are facing right now. Hopefully Binance US comes on top. As I keep saying, if Binance does face any more problems and it turns into an FTX kind of situation, that is game over. So hopefully we see some more positivity coming from the Binance side of things there. Let's see what else is going on in the cryptocurrency news. Before I forget, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification button to help us get more viewers on the channel. We've currently got 3 likes on today's stream. We usually do a lot better than this. Come on, let's go. Let's see what else we've got here. Ex-CEO confirms forthcoming in-app payment features. So the former Twitter application X, new CEO has said they are looking at in-app payments between users, apparently confirming speculations that such features were likely to develop. Now, we've seen they have got many different payment licenses in several US states. There's a whole list of those states down here. So we are seeing here that the CEO posted a video that described various upcoming features, including peer payments, paying your friends back for that cake, retail payments, snagging that new pair of sneakers, and earning an income by being uniquely you. Let's see where she posted this. The CEO of X revealed on September 21st, the social media company will soon introduce payment features. The video also listed several upcoming non-financial features related to article sharing, post and video content, Spaces audio and video calls. So it'll be very interesting to see how that all comes out and how much people adopt that as well. Let's see what else is going on here. So SFFs Alameda caused Bitcoin's 87% dump on Binance US in 2021, according to a former former employee. So, during a market order by Alameda Research, a misplaced decimal point caused Bitcoin to fall from $65,000 to $8,200 on Binance US in October 2021. At the time, Binance US said a bug in the trading system of an institutional trader caused the incident. The day-to-day activities of SBF Alameda Research are finally coming to light after almost 1 year after the massive FTX collapse that continues to shake the cryptoverse. So an ex-employee, through a lengthy X thread, wrote that Alameda Research was the cause of the 87% Bitcoin crash, and it was because they put a decimal point in the wrong place. So this caused a massive drop in the price of Bitcoin on Binance US platform, centralized exchange, and the Binance representative did inform the crypto community at the time that the event was due to a software bug in the trading algorithm of one of its institutional traders. A misplaced decimal point during a market order caused the dip, though, and Alameda accepted it was an honest mistake. That move to the downside would have liquidated a huge amount of long positions at the time, though, and caused some real problems for Binance US there. But let's continue on with the next story here and see what else is going on. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification button. Here we have Tether makes new loans to clients despite plan to phase out lending in 2023. Tether said it had to accommodate clients' loan requests to prevent any significant depletion of their liquidity. We did see them saying we're going to phase out lending, and now all of a sudden new loans are coming to light. So accommodating clients' loan requests to prevent any significant depletion of their liquidity there. Stablecoin issuer Tether issued new loans on its stablecoins to customers in Q2 2023. It's to save clients' liquidity. Tether says it will eliminate secure loan in 2024. If you want more information on this, I will drop the link into today's chat. But we've got some more interesting news to be talking about today. Here we have $4.5 million stolen in a phishing attack. Another individual has fallen victim to a phishing scam with $4.5 million stolen. So on-chain data has shown that a wallet holding $4.46 million in USDT fell victim to a phishing attack, with the cryptocurrency being transferred to an address belonging to a scammer. So this is according to Peck Shield here. You can see the victim's address there and the scammer's address there. If you want to take a look at this on a blockchain explorer there, but Kraken to a fraudulent website here using Etherscan, the victim's wallet can be seen receiving $4.46 million USDT from Kraken on Wednesday. So the wallet owner transferred the entire amount to the scam address 1 minute later. The scammer then converted all the USDT into DAI before spreading the stolen funds across several other wallets. Now, if this is a known hacker wallet, as a hacker, surely you would just create a new account. This is really just, I don't know. The phishing attack became the second largest of September. We did see one of 24 million in STETH and RETH. If you want more information on this one, again, I will drop the link in today's chat. Hello, Monkey Nuts. Thank you very much for tuning in once again. And hello, Paul, as well. Let's see what else is going on here. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification button. The UK is issuing its final warning to crypto firms over compliance with new marketing rules. So I believe these rules come in on the 8th of October 2023. According to a letter released on Thursday, the financial promotion regime affects all communications made through websites, apps, and social media. And the new regime is crucial for preventing consumers from investing in crypto that do not match their risk appetite. And all firms, both overseas and local, must comply with the new rules. So there is a huge change coming to the UK. But it's very, very broad, that one is. So you can see it does affect overseas companies as well. I did see one person saying it affects you if your website is basically in English. So a huge change there. Let's see what else is going on here. Binance entities and CZ filed to have cases dismissed. We've already done that one. We've got Bitmain finalizes $77 million deal with Bitcoin miner Core Scientific. So Bitmain, the leading provider of Bitcoin mining rigs, has closed a deal with Core Scientific inclusive. So on Thursday, Bitmain announced a $77 million deal with Bitmain Core. Bitcoin miner, Bitmain Core, Bitcoin miner Core Scientific. Bitmain will provide the miner with 27,000 mining rigs as part of the deal, and the deal combines equity and cash, which will see Core Scientific pay $23.1 million for the rigs, with Bitmain also receiving $53.9 million in equity stock of the Bitcoin miner. So a nice little trade there. If you want more information on that, again, I'll drop the link in the chat, but I think we've got more to discuss here. There we go. Monkey Nut says 6 of you watching haven't hit the like button yet. Thank you for the reminder. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification button. We do these live streams every single weekday where we talk about what's going on in the cryptocurrency news, and we take a look at the market data as well. We will be analysing the price of Bitcoin just after this article here, where we are discussing FTX issues warning for claims deadline. So FTX has warned those who have not yet submitted a claim but believe they are eligible should do so. The deadline to file a proof of claim is 29th of September 2023, so in 1 week's time, and please begin the claims process through the FTX customer claims portal if you have not done so already. So they are trying to reinstate all of those users that held their cryptocurrency on the FTX exchange. Now, the FTX crash did cause a huge move to the downside. Let's see what the price of Bitcoin was prior to that crash. It was in November 2021. So here we go. The price of Bitcoin at the time was at $21,300. So even though it did push the price to the downside, if they managed to get their funds back ahead of the next bull market, they could have been forced to diamond hand that horrible dip to $16,000. So maybe some of those users could actually benefit from this. It's a horrible situation what's happened. A lot of people have lost a lot of money, in all seriousness, but we have to look at what's going on now and how we can continue to push the space forwards. Almost 1 year later, we need to be learning from the mistakes that have been made, advancing the cryptocurrency space as best as possible here. What we can see on the daily chart here is we have seen a slight rejection from that level of resistance here. So let's see if we can get a rectangle up and pull this across. You can see there are some significant levels. We can get that a lot thinner there. That's a very thick level there, right? So we are looking at around the $27,000 level to the $28,100 level as a level of resistance. Right now, it's been used as a support multiple times. It's been used as a resistance multiple times. We've used it as a resistance once again. I'm also looking at a level of support here. So this is from this point here all the way to this point here. I'm looking at $24,700 to $25,150 as a level of support right now. As I keep saying here on the channel, I am a big believer that we are in for a lot of sideways action. So I'm keeping my eyes open, trying to get any opportunities I can. If we dip below these levels, I like to buy the dip a little bit every time just to make myself feel a little bit better about the price moving to the downside. And I also then get to benefit when we see a nice bounce. But that is all we really have for today's stream. So thank you very much for tuning in. As always, I hope you have all enjoyed. It's been a bit of a shorter one today, but we will be back here on Monday talking about that CME gap, seeing what's been happening over the weekend. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you